Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Jesse Soffer details hope for possible Chicago PD return soon. It wasn't easy to say goodbye to Jay Halstead. The character was a vital part of Chicago PD for a decade, and some fans feel as though the show has yet to fully recover from his season 10 exit. His absence has been amplified by the fact that the actor who plays him, Jesse Soffer, has moved over to another Dick Wolf series, FBI International. Soffer is still part of the shared One Chicago/FBI universe. He's just playing a different guy. It shouldn't pose too many complications on paper, but there have been some questions regarding the chances of seeing Soffer reprise his Halstead character on Chicago PD. There have been several instances of actors playing different characters within the larger Dick Wolf universe. The issue is, once an actor makes a pivot from one notable character to another, they have never looked back. This track record is something Soffer discussed during a recent interview with TV Line. The actor was asked whether he would consider returning to Chicago PD, given that two veteran characters, Kim Burgess, Marina Squarciati, and Adam Ruzek, Patrick John Pfluger, are going to get married soon. He told the outlet that his hope would be to return, but is unsure as to whether his ties to FBI International would pose an issue. "I didn't ask, but I imagine that my FBI International role doesn't preclude that," Soffer explained to the outlet. "I would hope that it doesn't because obviously, Wolf is such a huge production company with so many shows, and I feel very fortunate to get to play two main characters." The actor is more optimistic about the prospect of making a Chicago PD cameo than ever before. While he previously stated that he would be willing to return under the right circumstances, Soffer also chose to leave the show on his own volition. He told Variety that he was eager to take a risk and attempt different creative endeavors. He's certainly done that between his FBI gig and his direction of multiple PD episodes. If Soffer does indeed come back to Chicago PD, it would be an unprecedented moment in Dick Wolf TV history, as it will mark the first time an actor will reprise a main character on a show while playing a different main character on another show. "We sincerely hope it happens, and it sounds like Soffer does too. Never say never," he assured TV Line. The world of Chicago PD fans was shaken to its core when Jesse Soffer, known for his portrayal of Detective Jay Halstead, made the shocking decision to exit the show in season 10. His departure left a void in the hearts of viewers who had become deeply invested in Halstead's emotional journey, gritty determination, and the bonds he built with his colleagues, especially his partner, Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos. But now, after months of speculation, Soffer is giving fans something to hold onto, a glimmer of hope. In an exclusive interview, the actor shared details about the possibility of his return to Chicago PD and whether the iconic detective could one day walk back through the doors of the 21st District. Though it's unclear when or how this could unfold, Soffer's words have sparked new excitement and a renewed sense of optimism among the fanbase. The return of Jay Halstead? When Jesse Soffer announced his exit from Chicago PD, it came as a surprise to many. Halstead had been a central figure in the series since its inception, and his departure raised numerous questions about his storyline and how the show would proceed without him. In his exit episode, The Bleed Valve, Halstead made the emotional decision to leave the police force behind, choosing to pursue a fresh start in the military, a choice that left his fans and colleagues heartbroken. But now, Soffer's latest comments have ignited hopes of a potential return. While he stopped short of giving any definitive answers, he made it clear that he hasn't closed the door on Halstead's return. "I'm always open to it," Soffer said with a knowing smile. "I think Halstead's story is still unfinished. Who knows? We could see him again in the future." For fans, this news comes as a sigh of relief. The idea of Halstead returning to Chicago PD feels like a dream long deferred. Soffer's portrayal of the detective had such a profound impact that his absence has left a noticeable hole in the fabric of the show. His complex relationship with Haley Upton and the emotional weight of his departure have been topics of much speculation. Could Halstead come back to finally close the chapter on his love story with Upton? Could he return in a more prominent role to reunite with his former team members? The importance of the right moment. One of the key things Soffer emphasized was the need for a right moment for his return. The actor made it clear that a return wouldn't simply be for the sake of fan service, it would need to make sense for the story and the character. It's important to me that if I were to come back, it would be something meaningful. I don't want to just pop in and out for a quick cameo. Halstead's return would have to be something that serves the story in a meaningful way. Soffer went on to explain that Chicago PD is constantly evolving, and he's been watching the show closely from afar. It's so interesting to see how the dynamic of the team has shifted, especially with Upton and the new characters. There's a lot of drama, and it's very different from when I was there. But I think that's what keeps people coming back, this evolving story. The idea of Halstead returning to Chicago PD would certainly be more than just a nostalgic moment for fans. It could provide an opportunity to explore the lingering questions about his life and future, especially regarding his relationship with Upton, who has struggled with his departure. The emotional complexity of a potential reunion would make for a compelling storyline, especially given the events that have transpired since Halstead left. The impact of Halstead's departure on Upton. When Halstead left the police force, Upton was left to pick up the pieces of both her personal and professional life. The emotional strain of losing her partner and the love of her life created a noticeable shift in her character, which has been an ongoing storyline throughout the current seasons. Fans have been vocal about wanting to see Halstead return to offer Upton the closure or reconciliation she needs. Soffer touched on this dynamic in his interview, saying, "I think there's so much potential for those two characters. They have such a deep connection, and it's clear that their bond was never fully broken. Whether that means Halstead returns to the job or not, I think Upton's journey has to continue, and her healing is important. But I'd like to think that if Halstead does come back, it would be because there's unfinished business between them." The idea of Halstead and Upton reconnecting, either romantically or in a professional capacity, would undoubtedly be one of the most anticipated aspects of his potential return. Fans have been vocal in their support of the couple and have expressed their desire for a resolution to their story. Soffer's acknowledgement of this possibility is enough to get fans buzzing with excitement. What would a Halstead return look like? While Soffer wasn't able to confirm exactly how Halstead would fit into the current storylines, he offered some insight into what a potential return could look like. "I think Halstead would be different. It's been a while, and he's gone through a lot since we last saw him. There's a whole new chapter for him to explore, and I'd love to see where that could go." The actor hinted that if Halstead were to return, it would involve a complex journey. "We're not just talking about a quick fix. It's not like Halstead can walk in and pick up where he left off. He's been through some serious changes, and so has everyone around him." This suggests that Halstead's return wouldn't simply be about rekindling his romance with Upton, though that would certainly be a driving force. Instead, it would involve exploring the character's growth and the evolution of his relationship with the entire team. The impact of his absence would weigh heavily on the dynamics of the precinct, creating both tension and opportunity for growth for each character involved. The fans. A powerful influence. Perhaps the most exciting part of Soffer's comments is the clear acknowledgement of the fans' role in his decision-making process. Over the years, Chicago PD has cultivated a passionate and dedicated fan base, and their reactions to his departure have not gone unnoticed. Soffer shared that he's been moved by the outpouring of love and support from fans who continue to express their desire for his return. "It's humbling," Soffer admitted. "To know that people care so much about these characters and want to see more of them, it's amazing. I think that's one of the things that makes Chicago PD so special, the fans. They have been so loyal, and their support is something I really appreciate." The actor went on to express how important it is for fans to feel heard, acknowledging that their enthusiasm could play a role in bringing Halstead back into the fold. "The fans have so much power, and if there's enough desire for Halstead to return, I wouldn't rule it out. I don't think the door is completely closed."